For thousands of years, human beings have looked at the night sky and asked the same questions. Where did all of this come from? Why does the universe exist? And why is there something rather than nothing? Today, we have science. We have telescopes, physics, and theories about the origins of the cosmos. But thousands of years ago, people had none of these things, yet they still searched for answers. And some of the most fascinating answers came from the ancient Greeks and Romans. To understand how they thought about God, we must first understand how they saw the universe itself. The ancient Greeks did not begin with science, they began with a story. According to Greek mythology, in the beginning there was chaos. Not chaos in the modern sense of disorder and confusion. Chaos was an empty void, a vast and silent nothingness. From this void emerged the first primordial beings. There was Gaia, the earth, there was Tartarus, the deep abyss, and there was Eros, the force of creation and desire. From these primordial beings came the Titans, and from the Titans came the gods of Mount Olympus. But this raises another question. If everything came from chaos, where did chaos itself come from? The Greeks had no clear answer, and perhaps that mystery is what made their stories so powerful. The most powerful of the Olympian gods was Zeus, the king of the gods. Beside him stood gods such as Poseidon, ruler of the seas, Athena, goddess of wisdom, and Apollo, god of the sun, music, and prophecy. To the Greeks, these gods were not distant creators who existed outside the universe. They were part of the universe. They lived within it. They shaped it. The crashing of the waves could be the anger of Poseidon. The warmth of the morning sun could be a gift from Apollo. The universe itself seemed alive. But the Greek gods were also remarkably human. They loved, they hated, they became jealous, they sought revenge, they made mistakes, they even fought among themselves. In many ways, the gods reflected humanity itself, its passions, its virtues, and its flaws. Their imperfections mirrored the struggles of human life, a world in which power could be abused, love could become obsession, and justice was not always simple. For the ancient Greeks, the universe was filled with divine forces. The sea, the sky, the forests, and the changing seasons all reflected the actions of the gods. But over time, some Greeks began to ask different questions. Was the universe really created by divine beings? Or could there be another explanation? Around the 6th century before Christ, a new way of thinking emerged, a way of thinking that would later become philosophy. Thinkers began searching not for myths, but for principles. They wanted to understand the universe through reason. One philosopher, Thales, believed that everything came from water. Another, Anaximander, proposed that the universe emerged from an infinite and eternal substance called the apeiron. Then came Heraclitus, who argued that everything in the universe is constantly changing. According to him, nothing remains the same. Everything flows. These thinkers did not completely reject the gods, but they began to wonder whether the universe operated according to natural laws. In many ways, they were taking humanity's first steps towards science, and they left us with another profound question. If the universe follows laws and possesses order, what does that say about our own existence? Is order simply an accident, or does it point towards something greater? The Romans inherited much of their understanding of the gods from the Greeks. Many Roman gods were simply Greek gods with different names. Zeus became Jupiter, Poseidon became Neptune, Ares became Mars, and Aphrodite became Venus. But the Romans viewed religion somewhat differently. For them, religion was deeply connected to duty, and the state. The gods protected Rome, and in return, the Romans honored the gods through rituals, festivals, and sacrifices. Religion was not merely a private belief. It was part of being a citizen, part of serving the empire itself. Like the Greeks, the Romans did not believe in the Big Bang. Most ancient people believed that the universe was eternal. The heavens appeared ordered. The stars moved in predictable patterns. The changing seasons returned year after year. Nothing seemed random. The universe appeared purposeful. And where there is purpose, many believed there must also be divinity. Today, we often ask whether God created the universe. But for many Greeks and Romans, the universe itself was already filled with the presence of the divine. The gods were in the sky, in the sea, in the storms, and in the rhythms of nature itself. Their answers may differ from our own, yet their questions remain surprisingly familiar. Where did we come from? Why is there something rather than nothing? And is there a deeper order behind the universe? In our next part, we will move beyond mythology and explore how great philosophers like Plato and Aristotle transformed humanity's understanding of God and the cosmos. Because in searching for God, we are also searching for ourselves, our origins, our purpose, and our place in this vast and mysterious universe. As we seek answers, we do not merely explore the divine, we explore the very essence of what it means to be human.